notification said that today is a Squid Fest, so let's check it out. Now, we also have to find the shadowy figure, but I have no idea where to start looking. Right now we got a letter in our mailbox. It says, Dea, I am researching the forgotten art of shadow divination. I require an item known as Void Essence. Bring it to me, and you will be rewarded. Mr. Asmodeus, Wizard. You know what? Let's accept the quest. There we go. Now, do we think that this might be related to the Shadow Hunter mission, or could these be two independent ones? Let's see. A dark region. The wizard wants you to descend into the mines and fetch him a void essence. He needs it for some kind of dark magic. Bring wizard a void essence. Now wait a minute. Where do I start to look for the void essence? Where does the void hide? I think I might need to do some research and come back to it. For now. Oh wait, I have to go into the mines. And that's where I will find the void essence. The instructions literally tell it for me, you guys. But you know what? That's okay. Because sometimes, for some of us, it takes a moment to catch up. And that is perfectly fine. Now, I would go into the caves, but honestly, I am slightly avoiding that part. And I also want to stock up on food, but before we do that, we have to give some love to Cheeto. Fill up Cheeto's water bowl. And then feed our chickens. I'm not sure if they can come outside in this weather, but let's see. Hello, chickens. We pick up some hay, and I see that the silo is empty, meaning that we have to go and buy some more food. But we also need to go to see the squid show. Okay, the cows still have some food. That's good. Because if we can earn some money or make food by squid fishing, we will be able to go to the mines and also afford to buy more hay and more food in bulk. So we're going about this with a little bit of a strategy. And let's see. Where are we on the map? We are heading to the beach to check out that the holiday. That has been happening on. Hello, dear. chef says. Oh, don't mind me. I'm just here for the bulk squid prices. Oh, hell yeah. Sorry, heavens yes to whatever you believe in. Welcome to Squid Fest. What can I do for you? Now it says get rewards, explanation, or leave. I think it's a good time to start with an explanation. It's a squid fishing challenge. It's a squid fishing challenge. If you can hit our daily catch targets, you'll win prizes. Check the sign to the left. We also put special bait in the water, so the squid are active all day. It's a squid fishing challenge. If you can hit our daily catch targets, you'll win prizes. Check the sign to the left. We also put special bait in the water, so the squid are active all day. Okay, you know, this sounds a little bit sad, not gonna lie. For the squids, imagine thinking you found a delicious piece of water, a fruitful land to live on, and then there's just beings from another landscape hunting your species. It is scary. But also, I know it's a fictional game, so we will be participating. But in a fictional matter. Also, not to judge anyone's life decisions, but more like to explain my view of why I allow the two conflicting ideas to exist in my head at the same time. Two truths that are similar yet opposing about the same thing, but taking different perspective depending on context, if that makes sense. Anyway, the fisherman says, I'm not too worried about winning the competition. I just want to enjoy the ambience, or the ambiance. What does the other person say? The other fisherman says, squid usually only show up at night, but they threw some special bait in the water that's making them active all day. Oh my goodness. That's the same bait they were talking about. Trout man. Welp. Squid are a bit different than trout, but I can catch them all the same. Okay. Mariner. Come here, squiddy, squiddy. Fisherman says, my wife sent me off with a thermos of hot coffee. What a gal. You know what? What a gal, I agree. A thermos of hot coffee. In general, a cozy beverage. Cozy warm beverage on a cold winter morning after says I have to brush my hair daily, or else it'll clump up into messy knots. You know what? You're absolutely right, Elliot. Brushing hair daily is a very healthy task to do. Let's do some fishing. This spot does not feel very fruitful. Or perhaps it is my impatience. The mariner says, the cold air makes me feel tough, like a piece of jerky. Now what do you say? You don't have to torture yourself to feel tough, but it is healthy for sure. The cold fresh air. Now fisherman says you're a local, huh? Hope you don't mind it if I pinch a few of your fine squid. Well, I'm not sure, sir. It seems that everybody's fishing today. Now another fisherman says, my fingers are frozen solid, so I'm just going to enjoy a hot cup of cider over here. Good luck out there. Thank you, man. I'm just looking around, talking to some people. Let's see. Angler, birds, cold. Maybe I'm not cut out for the winter ocean fishing. No, it's okay. I think it's just wearing the hoodie is not very forgiving in this weather. But with a cozy warm jacket, anything can be made fun. Let's do some fishing. And I appear to miss the target. But it's okay. We have all the time. There we go. And we caught a 15-inch length herring. I think it is time we go to deeper water. And we found a stone. Now I wonder if we could find some other things like sea urchins. Here we are also further away from the people. Perhaps it's not a bad spot. It's a fishing bro. Oh. He says, shh, I don't want to square. Sorry. The fishing bro says, shh, I don't want to scare the squid. Okay, so wait, we have the same preferred spot as the fishing bro. Perhaps it's a promising day for some good catches. Oh, he's about to catch something. This one seems feisty. But we are also not giving up. can make it. We can make it. You see, positive affirmations to yourself when you feel like it's too difficult. Just believe that you can make it, and you will. Anyway, here is our squid, length 12 inches. We have one squid, which I feel kind of bad for, but it's in a humane Stardew Valley way where there is no harm and no real squids were harmed during the process. Everyone involved is very safe and happy and satisfied. We got some seaweed. I am late at pressing the button for catch, so let's try this again. I am not sure if my mouse is not responding or if I may have low speed. We can do this. We can do this. Come on. We can do this. Yes, there we go. Perfect. And like that, we got another squid. 21 inches. Gorgeous. So let's give it another shot. Did not hear honey right there. Okay. We got a 19-inch long herring. It's 7 p.m. now, getting darker. Let's try another catch to see if we can find any more squid. And absolutely, yes, we can. Another record squid. 34 inches long. It feels like this is a catch of the day. But I wonder if we can push our luck and good vibes even further. Although the vibes would never suffer from the outcomes of squid fishing, but they are still good nonetheless. And there we go with another one, which I'm sure we can make. We will make it. And we made it, another squid, 30 inches long. Now, can we make this number an even 5? Oh, and this is a little bit shorter throw. And we got seaweed, thank you. I love wakame salad. Some good stuff. And so we receive some more now. Can we get another squid? Right now, I think we can finalize it to a nice round 5. You can notice how the snow is falling beautifully against the lantern, the street light, sort of, although it's the railing light. Not, there's no railings even, it's like the light of a bridge. But it's one of those vintage lanterns. And so you can see how the snow is falling against it. And some shades of purple are reflecting in the water behind. It's really beautiful. And then where we stand on the left side, you can see a little bit deeper contrast between the dark base of the bridge and the snowflakes. And it's already 10:20 p.m., so let's try one last time. Well, this was not a try. Properly try with a catch. And if we can, yes, we can get it. Yes, and we got a halibut, a 22-inch halibut, beautiful. Reminds me of one of the movie references that I am not sure if mentioning references have anything to do with content that needs to be somehow specially referenced, but right now I'm just not gonna give the reference, but if you know, you know. The halibut. It matters to the halibut. The reference. Now we take home 4 squids. Let's see. 1 squid has 35 energy. It can grow to enormous size, but why don't we raise them instead then? But since I already got them, okay. I am not quite sure what to do with the squid. So I got the rewards. And I can get more if I keep catching a squid, and I get to keep squid. Oh no. We have to eat some eggs. And I wanted to save it for the caves. But we have to go home. It's giving Cinderella's story. It's past midnight and we have to return before we pass out, but just look at those trees. They're glimmering like something out of Pandora. Here's Red Riding Hood. A rabbit that just ran through the bushes. And us running with a plate of egg over our head. Right now, knowing that catching the squid didn't do much. Although we did get some rewards, so maybe that's okay, but we have to play passed out in the snow. That is not good, guys. Always make sure to listen to your body and do not push to the limit. If you are at the limit, there is nowhere to go beyond. It's already a point from where you needed to rest a lot sooner, and this happened to us in the game. Now, strangely enough, there appears to be more music this time. And I wonder if it affects the vibes, but I think it is a very cozy audio in the background with these Stardew Valley tracks. Now, we got a letter into the mailbox. It says, Thea, someone dropped you off at the clinic last night. You'd passed out from exhaustion. Oh my goodness. You've got to take better care of yourself and go to bed at a reasonable hour. Exactly. Just like I've been saying. Now I need to become better at actually applying it. In practice. Mr. Dr. Harvey says, I've billed you 891G to cover your medical expenses. Oh my goodness. Now I thought that in the universe of Stardew Valley there would be a free healthcare. This is not even controversial. But almost 1,000. And we have to go right now and buy food for our pets. And now we passed out and got taken to hospital because we got too tired from working hard to make enough food in this to make enough money for this food in the game and other things to expand the house. So the fact that there is also no free healthcare and playing the game without cheat codes doesn't give you much energy or the length to the day is very much reflective of almost real life. Just something to think about. But it is okay because we still have 8,108 Stardew Valley coins, meaning that we right now will go to the shop and get food for the animals. But before we do that, we fill up the water bowl and then we go. Let's pick some flowers on the way. Oh, we found a lost book. The library's collection has expanded, beautiful. But besides the lost book, we also found something else that was with it. It was beautiful. Thank you very much. Now, I know that this is a carpentry shop. Wait, I think this is food shop. Marnie's Ranch. I lost it. But I think I was meant to be here. Because we found the book and there's a bunny. Follow the bunny. So now we're taking a towards Marnie's ranch. We have some trees over here. Now to get to Marnie's ranch. Oh. We can actually come and collect some of the wood here later. It's very useful. And we don't need to cut down trees and change the landscape too much. We can just make a little cleanup and gather wood at the same time, while allowing the trees to grow. Hi Marnie, how's Beach Farm doing? It's doing well, but we are missing some food supplies, so we are going to purchase some hay. Now, is this per one hay 50? Okay, now we have to just get it working. And also, I'm gonna see if it is possible to forage hay. We also have a heater and shears. You know what? We do not have a heater in the chicken coop, and although it's a little on the more expensive side, so are the rest of the items. And for a winter, I believe, thank you ma'am, also can I buy more hay? Oh no. Right now we need to first afford the animals we have. I'm just gonna, stock up the silo. Thank you Marnie, see you next time. I am going to stock up the silo so we can have our animals fed for a longer time, and in the meantime we'll do fishing and go to caves. To collect some, sort of say, materials for money. But first of all, I would like to place this into the silo. And I have to admit that I do not remember how to enter the silo. I wonder if I have to enter it from the inside. Build this silo and cut grass with your scythe, I know, but oh no. I think we can fix it. I just need to find a way to take the hay. And place it into the silo. Now perhaps we can check out. Before we do that, let's give the chickens a heater, because that is one thing that we actually can place somewhere. Now, the only bummer is that the heater can only stay in the 2D, meaning it's only on the horizontal axis. And where I'd like to place it more vertical, tell where the currently chicken is? I cannot, so let's see if I place it in a corner. Part of the heat will be dissipating into the wall on the left instead of going widely around to where it can reach the chicken and warm everybody up. Now if I place it right here, it also to some extent dissipates to the sides, but it happens to warm up the wooden basket with the hay, and when hay gets warm it tends to stay warm because of its insulation properties. Meaning that perhaps unintentionally, of course, it's their food, but I don't think they care much about whether it's room temperature or slightly warm. Maybe it's even nicer in the winter. So that brings the warmth up, and here it dissipates into the sides too. Now I am sorry for yapping, babies. Here is your food. And I just read, hi Bean, that some sort of frenzy has started in the mountains. We might need to check it out. But first, let's feed the cows as well. Hello, loves. No. Oh, it's in the silo. Or is it only for the cows? Because then we need to go and oh, it's for both of them. Beautiful. And the problem is solved. Now we're gonna go and we are gonna sell some flowers and some seaweed. A stone might be a good resource. Now, we need to pick up a scythe for harvesting some hay for the animals on the way to mountain. Because there is a mountain frenzy going on. However, we are low on food. Let's see. And we still did not pick up a scythe. You know what? We are gonna go. And we are going to bring a snack with us. We are gonna eat some eggs right now. By the way, these are harvested ethically from home-raised chicken. Very much loved and cared for. And then they just keep on giving as we keep on loving. So they're happy. And now it's getting dark. But we are gonna go into the mountains. I have to say, I am not you know what? Change of plans. The vibes told me to stay closer to home, but not to waste the evening. We're gonna go nearby our home to collect some hay and some winter grass for the animals. And I appear to keep getting stuck and going in the circles. And as it's getting darker, I have to say I do not like it, so let's clear a pathway. Additionally, the wood will be a good resource for expanding the barn. Although I like to keep as much of it around as possible. The thing about Stardew Valley is that the trees keep regrowing quite significantly each season. So it should be okay. Now we found something that looks like it could be a stone, but we did not bring an axe with us. We can do a little wood cleanup here from fallen pieces. As it's getting darker and darker, we can come closer to the home. Just not to be too far away. In case we get tired and we'd like to return. But we can still gather some wood because it's only 8 p.m. There we go. And here we can collect some more hay. Oh, thank you very much. The fruit bats left us some berries. Very kind of them. Thank you, thank you. We can see if we have, or we can check if we have enough seeds to make some energy bars. Because although I keep being preoccupied by other priority tasks, I still will have to complete the cave mission. And for that we need to prepare some food. So some seed trail mixes can be a very good tool in this game. Alright, now it says you've got some ideas to sleep on. And I think that's our cue to go to bed. And so we're going to sleep right now. And until the next